Hey again, it's Dream Eater again. I know it's the third time this week. I'm just pumping out videos left and right, but there's a lot happening this week as far as the OGL goes, and it's infuriating. So, Kyle, I forget his last name, just gave us another update on the whole OGL, and it's like they took one step forward, 5 steps backwards. Once again, I got a lot to say. If you're willing to put in the time, I'm willing to yell your ear off about it and tell you what I really don't like. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all the jazz. It's bad. Okay.
What's going on, guys? Again, it's me here, and yep, here we go again. Shoot, here we are. Once again, we have another freaking thing from the D&D people, specifically Kyle Brink, who made an extremely good impression on me. But I don't know if he'll continue to keep things that way. So we're going to read and find out. For 20 years, thousands of creators have helped grow the TTRPG community using a shared set of game mechanics that are the foundation for their unique worlds and other creations. Yes, we don't want to change. We don't want that to change, and we've heard you loud and clear, and that neither do you. No. Kyle, listen, I know Cynthia might be breathing down your neck or something at the moment right now when you're writing this, but don't listen to her. She's no good. She no good. She not good. She's no good for you. I don't need nobody. Like I said before, gaslighting only works if we don't know it's happening. And based on your original OGL review, 1.1, you did want that to change. I'm sorry. You can't just say that and let your actions speak another thing. No, I don't believe that. You've already made it clear with your original draft that was not your intention. Your intention was to make money, and that's not changing, and I know that hasn't changed yet. So yeah, I was being really gentle with you the first time because, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, the benefit of the doubt. However, you're gonna play these games, so square up. Anyway, going on. We're giving the core D&D mechanics to the community through a Creative Commons license, which means that they are fully in your hands. Wasn't that just the OGL? Isn't this just the OGL with extra steps or something? We already had, for goodness sake, people, like, what do you mean through a Creative Commons license? Isn't the whole thing of D&D just the Creative Commons itself? Never mind. I don't even have the energy to freaking fight that. Let's just keep going. If you want to use quintessential D&D content from the SRD, such as owlbears and magic missiles, OGL 1.2 will provide you a perpetual, irrevocable license to do so. What? Creative Commons is a non-profit dedication to sharing knowledge, and it developed a set of licenses to create. I'm going to stop right here real quick and readdress this earlier statement. If you want to use quintessential D&D content, you can use OGL 1.2, which will provide you a perpetual, irrevocable license. Let me make that clear for you people. Irrevocable means it's. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it right now. I'm going to just say it straight up. Are you trying to basically have 1.1 but with an extra step? Listen. Kyle, I think his name is Kyle. Kyle, I tried. I really tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but literally, if this OGL 1.2 is literally just OGL 1.1, but with an extra clause to say, oh, you can do what you want, but also, if you want to do anything here, you have to abide by our rules, my way or the highway, bitch. No, I'm sorry, but no, that is not okay. I'm not okay with this. None of us are okay with this. People, do not lose your edge. That is what they want, and that is what they're doing. And right now, we need to stay furious. And I refuse to go along with this. Okay, we're going to keep going. The Creative Commons license we picked up lets us give everyone those core mechanics forever. Because we don't control the license, releasing the D&D core rules under the Creative Commons will be a decision we can never change. I thought the original OGL was something you should never change, but no. Let's talk OGL 1.2 and the important ways it's different from 1.0a. Can we not? Can you just not? Can you drop this OGL BS? Like, seriously, can you just stop? I'm seriously frustrated with this shit. First, it allows us to address hateful define hateful, please. Use it in a sentence. No, you know what? No. Don't use it in a sentence. Show me where you're seeing this quote-unquote hateful content. That's what I want to know, okay? This is why I really do not like this whole naming scheme. It's meant to sound like politically charged, so that way they can use it, and essentially what they're going to use it is instead of using it quote-unquote benevolently like they claim to do so, they're going to use it to silence the people that they don't want to fucking hear things from. I don't know. It's just... it just really, it rubs me the wrong way, and I know it can be abused because they're just saying hateful content with no freaking actual context to what hateful content specifically is their definition of. Because let me be clear, my definition of hateful content may be different from yours. It's like the whole thing with the whole trigger warnings versus content warnings. I lean more on the side of content warnings because I believe certain content can be inherently offensive. It's not inherently offensive to everyone, but there is a kind of stigma around it, such as, we're going to just say adult stuff. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. That would definitely do a content warning. Whereas a trigger warning, triggers are personalized to every single individual person, and there's no conceivable way for you to be able to hit every single trigger warning in a single freaking post. I mean, like this, my trigger is Cynthia Williams, to give an example. Every time I hear the word Cynthia Williams, I get triggered. So if I don't know that Cynthia Williams is going to be in this freaking post somewhere, I can claim this is hate speech or hateful content or whatever, because to me, Cynthia Williams is the most hateful existence in the D&D sphere, let me specify, at the moment. So that's just my kind of bubblegum armchair psychology, whatever you want to call it, just definition of what I believe hateful content is. That's at least my understanding of what it is to a degree. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Let's start a discussion, whatever. But like I said, define hateful content. It's just I will never get over that. But I'm gonna put it to the side. Second, it only applies to published TTRPG content, including on VTTs. And this brings me up. Okay, TTRPGs that people have, put out, but unless you're controlling them directly, how are you supposed to monetize? Because if you're saying the Creative Commons license is our license, why are you just something's not right in Kansas. I don't know exactly what, but something ain't right in Kansas, and I don't care for it. Third, this license specifically includes the word irrevocable. Yeah, and see, that's what scares me. Well, not scares me per se, but that's what frustrates me. What's not in there? There's no royalty payments, no financial reporting, no license back, no registration, no distance or distinction between commercial and non-commercial. Nothing will impact any content you have already published under OGL 108. Now, here's the keyword: already published, meaning people's work that's already been published, not affected. People's work that are going to be published, affected. I don't like that, because essentially you're trying to freaking just I don't know. We'll see. Nothing will impact the content you've already published under OGL 1 OA. That will always be licensed under OGL 108. So your stuff is your stuff, unless your stuff is made after 2023. I'm sure is what you mean to say too. There's a link at the end of this note where you can download a PDF of the proposed OGL 1.2, along with supporting documents for your review and feedback. I don't know if I can do that, to be honest, because I know that's a lot of reading, and I'm not well versed in how things work. So I'm gonna be seeing some professional opinions, or quote unquote professional, like what's that one? Roll for Combat. I know he's got like a lawyer or something, so I'll probably listen to him explain it, then I'll come to my own conclusion on it after hearing a lawyer's side of it. Anyway, before you scroll down and grab it, let me give you more details on what's in there. Protecting D&D's inclusive play experience. As I said above, content more clearly associated with D&D, like classes, spells, and monsters, is what falls under OGL, and you'll see that OGL 1.2 lets us act when offensive or hurtful. Define offensive or hurtful, please. Content is published using the cover D&D stuff. Define that, please. I seriously, please define it. Because if you're, like I said before, if your definition and my definition are different, there's a problem there. There's a huge problem, because then it's less of a freaking Creative Commons and more of an authoritative commons or something. I don't know. Regardless, we want an inclusive, safe play experience for everyone. Everyone's definition of safe is different. How the fuck are you supposed to... Frustration. This is deeply important to us, and OGL 1.8 didn't give us any ability to ensure it. Excuse you. Okay. How? I want a detailed explanation of how, Wizards. And, unless I get that, I'm never going to freaking accept this OGL. Ever. Period. And, I'd hope no one else does if it, well, I can't say I cannot. Well, what I mean to say is I would hope people wouldn't want that either. But if you do, that's your thing, whatever. But I'm just saying, you shouldn't freaking control everyone's fucking speech just because you want to fucking just define what safe means. Maybe I'm being a little too pessimistic. Maybe I'm too suspicious. I don't know. Either way, I just don't like the idea of them trying to just enforce shit on us and then use this as a freaking, cop-out to freaking control things in a way where it's like nothing hateful's happening, but they don't like, say, a specific group, say Critical Role, because it sounds like Critical Role's about to rebel against Wizards. Say if Critical Role did continue to do D&D and they went under this OGL, if a Critical Role ticks Wizards off, they could just immediately revoke them. And, it's just like, because of how they would have it put together, they could absolutely do that. But anyway, I've been rambling on for too long. To make a long story short, I don't like it. It sounds very controlling in a bad way, and I don't think it's meant to help like they claim. Like I said, your words mean nothing, your actions speak everything. Okay. TTRPGs and VTTs. OGL 1.2 will only apply to TTRPG content, whether published as books or electronic publications or on virtual tabletops. Nobody needs to worry or wonder if it applies to anything else. It doesn't. Cool. What? deauthorizing OGL 1.8. Yes, it is a big concern. The Creative Commons license and the open terms of 1.2 are intended to help with that. One key reason why we have to deauthorize. We can't use the protective option and protective quote unquote option in 1.2. If someone can just choose to publish hardware, guys, it's a fucking scam. They just want to control your freaking tabletops. If they don't like you and you're making money off of things, they want to freaking be able to control that. It's just, I don't, call me conspiracy nut, call me being too freaking suspicious, whatever you want. I don't like it. If it's a possibility, I don't want to see it. Which is why I'm saying define what you mean. You're using way too vague words, saying harmful, discriminatory, or illegal. Technically, just violence in general can be considered harmful. It was considered harmful in the 1990s. Discriminatory can be almost anything if given the right lens. And then what? Illegal content? Well, okay, that's just illegal. No, that's actually pretty cut and dry. Illegal is just, legal. If you can't do it in real life, you can't do it here. That I don't have too much of a quarrel with. As long as it's not too strictly enforced, like say you're in a D&D campaign, one of the dudes says, "Oh, are there any drugs?" And then you, as the dungeon master, say, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to censor that out. Okay, yeah, if there's drugs in here. Okay, if you as a dungeon master say, oh yeah, there is some drugs in this chest, wizard sees that oh, that's illegal substances, you gotta be banned. That's where I'm like, okay, no, you need to calm the fuck down with that. I mean, we'll say underage stuff, and we're just gonna leave it at stuff. That needs to be, that's a big freaking no. I've heard too many RPG horror stories about that, and I'm like, purge. But yeah, and again, any content you have already published under OGL 108 will always still be licensed under OGL 108. But if you do it after that, you're fucked, basically. Screw off. Very limited licensing changes allowed. Only 2 sections can be changed once OGL 1.2 is live. How you cite wizards in your work, and how we can contact each other. What? We don't know what the future holds or what technologies we will use to communicate with each other, so we thought these 2 sections need to be future-proofed. For completeness, let's sum up what else is in OGL 1.1. Oh, bless. Virtual tabletop policy. We will continue to support VTTs. The virtual tabletop policy spells this out. Ownership disputes. You own the content. You don't give wizards any license back. For any ownership disputes, you can sue for breach of contract and money damages. No hateful content. Please describe. Please fucking. I've said it a million times in this. I will never stop saying it. Define what you mean by hateful content. It just. For goodness sake, I know I've heard some horror stories where it's like the in characters, one person will be discriminatory to a certain race, but it can also be played out as character development where he has to learn to trust that race, and he realizes, oh, this isn't a bad idea. These people aren't all bad, and you know what? I should actually give these people a chance. That's inspiring, and that's freaking an interesting concept. And I can see them taking that, say, you're being discriminatory, this game is being shut down. This game is being, I can see them saying that this is discriminatory, your game is being shut down. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating, and I don't like it. Wizards, fix your shit. Creator product badge. You'll have the option to include a badge on your OGL works. What the heck? A badge? What do you mean? I'm just going to ignore that. Overall, what we're going for is giving good faith creators the same level of freedom or fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. No. No. You say that, but the way you've worded everything has been so wishy-washy and so freaking my way or the highway. You're like, okay, we won't affect the old OGL, but you won't be able to use it after a certain period, so yeah, deal with it. You don't give a freaking damn. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. One, define what you mean by hateful content. Unless you freaking do that, I will never be satisfied. And then two, please drop the OGL. Just drop it and never touch it again. Guys, I really wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you know what? I should have known better because they never intended to drop this OGL. Not for a second. Can I revoke my revocation of my original prediction? I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna go bankrupt again. I know I'm like wishing like way too much with that stupid freaking prediction. For all I know, it won't happen, but I really can't wait for the fourth quarter because I really, really can't wait to see how crappy your freaking sales have been. We're interested to read your thoughts on our team that does a great job compiling off bullshit. I'm sure they do. After you've read the introduction, the OGL, and the VGT pattern, provide your feedback on the review document in our survey, which will be live tomorrow. Yay! The survey will literally. I'm not gonna say that everyone should just say. So it should just spam this thing and say, "Oh, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it." But what I am going to suggest is, I think everyone should at least read it or listen to it or find a way to inform yourself on what it is, come to your own conclusion, and express what you don't like about the OGL. That's all I'm going to say on that front because I don't want, one, Wizards to come after me because yikes. But two, I genuinely want people to actually read this and give their honest to God thoughts and opinions about the OGL. D&D is my life's hobby because I'm fundamentally a co-op gamer. Let's tackle it together. Bro, you lost my respect already, dude. And I know that sounds a little harsh. It sounds like I'm being like, oh, you freaking didn't agree with me. You didn't do what I wanted you to do. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. By all means, I feel like he wrote the other response really well. But you see, what's the point of apologizing if you're just going to do the same damn thing again, just under a different ones? Like, what's the definition of insanity again? Oh yeah, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result every time. And you think you're just going to wear us out? You think you're just going to be able to just slip this under our nose at one point? No. You're on our shit list, and I'm not having it. I'm just going to end it there. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. I don't have the energy for this. All right.